Hi. So good morning, guys. I'm sorry for the today's not update. And today we start the problem like solve the word search. If you see the problem, the word search, which means we have to find the search. So what approach you have to found? You have to stuck in your mind. Uh, mainly, uh, mainly the naive. What is the naive? Naive basically the brute force. Brute force. What do you think? Like traverse this whole array, then whole string, and then find the word is present or not. And like this is the square. That means in a matrix. So we just have to go up, down, left, right. So these all are we are doing there. So that is the naive base. So it will time complexity. It will take like mm, use amount of time. So I think we will not move forward on that. So what we have to what is our optimized approach? The optimized approach is we can use the backtracking. Why backtracking? Like if we have to find the source, that means if we have to find the any of the word, like in there we have to find the geek, like this we have the double e, this we have the g and k, this have the e. So in that we don't have to which one is the very good to accurate to find the word. So for that reason we have to go and search with the whole that means whole array and whole matrix. So for that reason we can use the backtracking or also DFS. Why? Depth first search, which means we just have to go for the like we just have to here, then from the e, right, then from the e we just have to uh, like this is the problem. So then from the e, oh sorry, yeah. So in that we just have to find the, like we just have to we have to present in the e, then we just have to go the right, down, right, and then we have to left. So for that means we have to present one array, means one string, and then we have to find the whole string to match the word. So for that we just have to write the code like this is a very that means we have to clear, we can use here uh, backtracking and backtracking with DFS. Right, now let us try how to write this. So no need to do something like n, so we just have to initialize n with the global, right, uh, int n and m, correct. Now n is equal to what? Mat dot size, right, and m is equal to also mat 0 dot size, correct. Yes. Now visited dot assign an vector bull am dot false. Why? Which means we have to slice the first thing like bull and am, and these all are the currently in the false, right. Now we have to the starting the loop to finding for int I is equal to 0, I then is equal to n and I plus plus, then for int j is equal to 0, z then is equal to m and j plus plus, right. Now if mat of I and j is equal to word of 0, right, and if now we have to write the DFS logic. Now if DFS, right, if DFS of I, j and 0 mat and word, then return true. If we have to find this all, then return true. otherwise return false, right? now now we have to write the which logic, DFS logic. So before DFS we just have to this visited, this line is the global, so vector int vector this is the vector int. Why vector? Because this is the n and this is the m. For that reason we have to use the vector int in place of bull, sorry my bad, to visited, right? Yeah. Now start the DFS int I, int j, int idx, vector char mat a string word, right? Now if idx is equal to, if we have to find the word size, right? Word dot size, and then return true, correct one. Or if I greater than is equal to 0, or j greater than is equal to 0, or I less than is equal to n, or j less than is equal to m, then return false, correct one. And if visited of I and j, then return false, correct? Yeah. And if mat of I j is equal to word of idx, then return false, right? And then visited of I and j is equal to true. Yeah, that's fine. Now bull found. Now what we have to do? Now we have to do like the directions. We have to solve the directions like DFS of I, right? I plus 1 and oh sorry my bad, and j and idx plus 1 mat of word, and then DFS of I minus 1 j idx plus 1 and mat and word, right? And then again DFS, right? And what is the then I then j plus 1 idx plus 1 mat and word. DFS of I j minus 1 idx plus 1 mat and word, right? These all are now visited of I and j is equal to false, and then return found, correct? Now see what happened, it will run or not. Yeah, it will run and it will not pass the please optimize your code and submit again. Yeah, okay. So now we just see how what is the problem having there, right? The problem is having, hmm, let me check where is the problem. So the problem is, yeah, I see the problem. The problem is like we just have to start there. So like we are not, your program took more time than expected. Okay, okay, okay. So okay, so that is the DFS approach. I will try to the next video to the more optimized approach for this for this solution. Okay, yeah. So thank you for now.